Good morning, April 11, 2017. This is CISG113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. Today is date number 23 in the week number 12, which is a one-day class this week for we have holiday this Friday. So let's get started. Welcome back to date number 23 in week number 12. Today we have quite a number of individual in-class sharing. Firstly, it's presented by Marco. Second is presented by Garbik. Garbik is not here yet. And then it's presented by Jose. Jose is not here yet. After that is Nicholas, but Nicholas has not submitted the PowerPoint. And then will be followed by Carol Wong. Okay, and then it will be followed by Clears. And after that, it's Shadow. Shadow has yes, you do not have PowerPoint, you have Crusade. So may I invite Marco, okay, if you're ready, to come to the center stage and to present your work today. Let me open up your PowerPoint. Okay, Marco, you have 5 minutes for this in-class sharing. Thank you.
Good morning, and this is my learning from week number 8. And there are two main things I have learned. This is the wireless network security and the ethical issue in hacking and cracking. So let's learn about the concept. What is wireless network security? Is the wireless network, sometimes called Wi-Fi, allow you to connect to the network without and is a prevention of unauthorized access or damage to computers using wireless networks. And the most common types of wireless security is Wi-Fi protect access. And hackers have found wireless networks relatively easy to break into, and even use wireless technology to hack into wire networks. And so the password it used can often be cracked in a few minutes with a basic laptop computer. And what I learned from this is how to secure the wireless network. Like not to use an easy guess security password for your router, or disable the remote lock. Most default usernames are set to admin, and it isn't hard for a virus to crack the password if the username is known. And what are the ethical issues in hacking and cracking? It may be the privacy problem because it's illegal to check others' information without their permission. And in my opinion, it will be 50-50 ethical in hacking and cracking. It depends on what kind of hacker is and what they did. The goal of ethical hacking is to determine how to break into a system owned by a company in order to prevent others from attacking it. And ethical hackers, regardless of where their knowledge was acquired. And what I learned from this is what is ethical hacking and the need of ethical hack in our modern life. And this is my reference. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. It's very concise. It's very up to the point. Thank you, Marco. We need in-class sharing of this kind help us to understand better your perspective in different aspects of this course. So thank you, Marco. So after Marco, it will be followed by Garbik, but Garbik is not here yet. So let's go through the list. Jose is not here yet. So Carol, it's your turn now. Now remember, you need to create a table including 5 records. Each one of these represents the important details of your in-class sharing. Thank you, Carol.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Carol. Today I want to share 5 tips to save using wireless networks. This is the wireless network security, and the definition of wireless networks are convenient, but they are also inherently insecure. Therefore, it is your responsibility as a user to exercise caution when connecting wirelessly. The first tips is the first tip of using wireless network safety is first you need to operating system patches and firewall software are up to date. And you never join an untrusted wireless networks. But what is an untrusted network? Before logging on to a wireless network, ask yourself this question. Do I personally know and trust the owner of this network? Is that network restricted in some way so that everyone using it can be identified or remove it if they do something illicit? If the answer is no, you are about to use an untrusted network. You can't use the untrusted network. What can I do to ensure security? The safest way to use the internet is to connect via a secure wire and use secure websites. The third tip is use the VPN to connect when using a wireless network other than the universities. And the most important tips is you never save passwords in your browser. Whatever you are using, a trusted or untrusted wireless network, you should always check the URL of any website you visit that involves personal information. For example, banking sites and email, etc. This is my reference. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. You've asked very good set of questions in order to help us to understand how to protect our security in using the wireless network. Thank you. Thank you very much for preparing this simple, soft, but relevant income sharing. So after Carol, it will be Clear's presentation time. Okay, Clear's, are you ready? Thank you. Thank you, please.
All right. When I do some research on how to deal with telephone automatic tracing system, I found it very similar to DDoS attack. So I chose this topic as because I found some very interesting way to deal with DDoS attack. It is cloud computing because sometimes the DDoS attack didn't arrive at the server at all. It is rejected by the DNS servers because it will affect other users. But the website cannot be used at all. So if we use the if we build up the server on cloud computing, that we can where there have a very large flow of data. So it is not that servers can deal with this attack. However, for the log linking, it is far from satisfying. There is a law very long day ago, but it is very difficult to sentence the crimes. For example, I can use core network, it will change my IP so they cannot find me, or I can rent servers, which this one is the server I rent or rent. It is in Japan, so they cannot catch me at all if I do some illegal things. Last question is who will win? This is the sentence that I very like in this is a search engine in .NET, and we will still partying like in last century. In my opinion, the people who get the technology will win, because as for me, the GFW is very. If I cannot access Google in China mainland, I will hate the GFW. However, when I can access the outside of GFW, I like it very much, because there are some sources is illegal in mainland China, but it's legal in other part of the world. And some of the sources is illegal in other part of the world, but can be reached in the GFW, but can be get in the mainland China. So the people who get the technology can get the both sides of black and white. So I think the people who get the technology will win. That is my opinion.
Okay, it's very interesting, Clears. You've given us some very interesting perspective on something like this. Thank you. Thank you. Did you pick up something very interesting as Clears showed us? You need to talk to him. He's a very resourceful student. Yeah. Okay, so after Clears, basically the first round is over, except that we need to invite Shadow. Shadow, are you ready? Okay. So I'm clicking here to start your proceed. So this computer needs a fresh bread. Okay. Let's see if it works. Yeah, I think so. Thank you. Sure. All right. It's just getting ready, right? Maybe it's getting started with the computer. Because of the fresh spray installations. Maybe you refresh, try to refresh the browser. Okay, let's see. Okay, what I suggested, you can, what we can do is, let's do this. We're going to reboot the computer to make sure everything is set before the presentation is okay. We just wanted the computer to restart to make sure everything is set. please get ready if you have not got ready your team-based PowerPoint for the third learning contract. And incidentally, it's very interesting that I discovered that 2 of the members here do not have a team, and 2 of the ladies here do not have a team. So I put you in a separate team of 2 persons. Maybe you want to join, but it's okay. Now it's a little bit too late. At the very beginning, it's supposed to be 4 persons, 2 pairs into 1 team. In your case, you did not join another pair, so your 2 as a pair is also a team. Okay? So. Yes, the same is true for Jeff and having Henry over there. He did not form a team. Okay, I hope everything will be set very soon. Now the computer is being rebooted.
電開始壞壞地，用得耐係咁，咩10幾得成3秒。
Shadow, I think the problem is more on your side. You please check it using your computer if it's okay, right? Because it's being rebooted, everything just go back to the original. Let's see. Try first. Maybe just change to the HDMI. Oh, I think it's okay now. As you can see, good. Thank you very much.
everybody knows, in mainland China you can visit Facebook, you can visit YouTube, and you can visit Twitter. And I want to introduce something about it.
I know what's happening.
Okay, thank you. Clear. Thank you very much. You see that it's so helpful.
This is the control of this.
The Great Firewall of China.
Thank you.
The Great Firewall of China is not a technological action that has been taken in mainland China to regulate the internet domestically. In this main instrument used by the government to achieve internet consortium in China.
Very good.
So why they build such a wall? I gave some 4 reasons. They don't want people in China to see what's happening in the world, and also some if you see something on the maybe BBC or CNN website, there was some news, that this news are not good for the government, so they don't want to see that. For the second one is that they don't want people to know the truth of what they did before. I don't want to say more about this. The third one is that they don't want people to see comments from other unregulated media. This is what I said the CNN and BBC did. And the,
Clear. It's being controlled in your computer, not in my computer. You set the control in your computer.
this control is something different in my computer. This is the example I gave. This picture you can visit this Wikipedia, this wiki page in mainland China because it is blocked. So how to do something countermeasure? If we want to visit some website in mainland China, so you can use this technical method. It is called the VPN. The VPN extends a private network. Simply said, VPN extends a private network access to public networks such as the internet. And these are some greatest VPN server. You can search on maybe some search engine. And this is a YouTube video on YouTube. I get it.
中国网络防火墙的发明者、中国工程院院士方冰心日前回母校哈尔滨工业大学举行讲座，他试图论证韩国也有针对朝鲜的防火墙，并随即打开韩国国防部的网站演示，结果网页被大量的防火墙屏蔽。方冰心只好在众目睽睽下通过翻墙服务 VPN 绕过防火墙继续演示。
防火墙之父方冰心给大家设在带墙，这本身是一个讽刺，说明他通过网页等也封锁了他自己。他要证明韩国也有封网，因为朝鲜有可能在网络上散布一些扰乱人心而且不良举动。但是，即便是韩国对朝鲜有一定程度的封锁，但绝对不是中国这种全面封网，用网上国力强的隔绝中国人民所文明事件。
事后虽然有现场的学生留言为方冰心辩解，称页面找不到是有具体的技术原因，而并非被屏蔽，但是多数网民并不赞同，更借机表达愤怒。中共2003年正式启用了防火长城，封锁所有不被中共认可的海外网站。随后确认方冰心是主要的研发者。 人权组织自由之家评测了全球65个国家的网络自由度，中国大陆位居倒数第一。不过是墙高还是梯子更高？中国网站可能吧通过大陆的人人网等渠道进行了民调，参与调查的5000多位网民，2/3表示每天都会翻墙。翻墙的动机80%是为了正常使用 Google 等网站，72%是为看外媒的新闻，更有85%曾把翻墙软件介绍给亲友。
我自己有感受，前些年我们发这个公安软件，很多人不敢打开，怕这麻烦。但是现在我发现是不一样的，就很多人都打开，因为他们有反馈，不仅有反馈，他还需要你问你，还有就是更多的介绍中国真实情况的这样一些视频或者文章。
方冰心翻墙引发网民的一片嘲讽，还有人挖出他担任北邮校长期间，高调聘请了王立军担任客座教授，并与周博集团关系匪浅。更有网民追问中共动用公帑借方冰心打造的造墙术究竟是为谁服务？新唐记者林兰纽约报道。
Thank you. It's a very good, it's a very interesting piece. Thank you, Shadow. Look at that. You can get help from Clears to control from your computer so that you can sew it here. It's okay. Don't worry. Just want to say that we have a lot of wonderful students in this class. You see that? Thank you, Clears. And this is a very good piece. And you brought to this classroom some perspective which is known unknowingly, but now you saw it, particularly this piece. It's very inspiring. Thank you. Let's see. Let's go back to the Buddha environment first. Now, I think we've gone through all the speakers who are here today to present your idea. May I invite you to get yourself ready when you come back next week. Each team will be given a chance to present your team collaborative report based on the team collaborative PowerPoint. Okay? If you want to check the team identity from each one of you, you can come to this particular link. Okay? You can see that, for example, Cody and Tracy, because I can only see that you're put together in pair. So pair number 5 is actually team number 7. Okay, the two of you in team number 7. This student withdraw already. Trace is team number 7. Afonso is team number 3. Neon and Marco is team number 5. Okay, and Franco team number 6. Clears team number 3. Juno withdraw, and Shadow is team number 1. Jury is team number 3. Carol Wong is team number 2. Henry Wong is team number 2. And then these two students withdraw already. And then Marco is team number 5. Maggie team number 4. Vincent team number 4. Jeff team number 6. And then Henry New team number 4. Dong Yin is team number 1. Carrier is team number 4. Carol Powell, team number 1. Nicholas, team number 2. Garvin, team number 2. Jose, team number 2. And Tiger, team number 1. So that you can check your team identity here, alright? So next week, when you come back after the holiday, I think it's next Tuesday, right? Next Tuesday you come back. So next Tuesday and next Friday, we'll give each team, based on the team identity here, to present your learning contract number 3, okay? Each team will have 10 minutes, all right? Each team will have 10 minutes. Good, let's take attendance for today, and then I'm going to show you something very important for your portfolio. Okay, Chloe, you're here. Tracy, you're here. Afonso is excused. Neon, you're here. Franco,
Yeah.
thank you. Clears, you're here. Thank you. Shadow, you're here. Jury, you're here. Carol Wong, you're here. Henry Wong, you're here. And then Marco, you're here. Becky, you're here. Vincent is not here today, okay? Jeff, you're here, right? Jeff, thank you. And then Henry, you're here. Dong Yin is not here today. Carrion is not here today. Carol O is not here today. Nicholas not here today. Garvin is not here today. Jose is not here today. And Tiger, you're here. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll give you a break of 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll go to help you understand how you're going to construct the minimum of your learn-to-learn score and the minimum of your E-class participations records. You need to go to week number 11 in a minute, okay? So under week number 11, you have a link here. We call it the e-portfolio space. So in a minute, we're going to help you to get here to make sure each one of you know how to get this done. So remember, this is week number 12. If you look at the calendar here, the last day class, I guess, is May the 2nd, right? Or the 30th of April. Let me double check. So I'm going to double check for you. You have fewer than 3 weeks time. Here we go. So this is April. You can see that the last day of the second semester is May the 2nd. May the 2nd. This is the last day of our class, which is Tuesday. Okay. So the last day of the semester is May the 2nd, and today it's the 11th of April. You have 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks left. Okay, 3 weeks left. So making sure you will receive this score of learning contract number 3's item by the end of this week. Hopefully all of you will submit the items, and then you have 3 weeks left to check your score to make up doing the bonus work. After May the 2nd, we do have any final exam, okay? So there's no need for final exam, you just need to check your score. Firstly, inside the Moodle environment, I will issue a score and grade inside the Moodle environment, and I will also give you a deadline before which you need to let me know if you have any particular problem. I cannot do anything after the deadline because I will submit a grade after the deadline, okay? And if you can see here, your examination period is from the 7th, from the 3rd, okay? Study period from the 3rd to 7th, and the final examination period from the 8th of May to the 19th of May, okay? So that it's the final exam period. All right, it's very important that we need to get things done. So now, let's take a look at that. I want you to learn very simple how you can construct your score acquired throughout the semester in this portfolio page without taking into account the extra bonus work of your portfolio. So first of all, you need to recognize, starting from week number 11, you will also have week number 12 for this week, and 2 more weeks until week number 14. And this name will still be the same lane in week number 12, week number 13, and week number 14, although you might have multiple points of approach. When you click on this link, you will enter your e-portfolio space constructed under Moodle, okay? Constructed under Moodle, it will ask for, do you want to create a specific e-portfolio space? Last time, I used Alfonso's as an example, so I go to Alfonso's page. If I use Afonso's name, that means I'm creating an e-portfolio space for Afonso. And if I were Afonso, I'm actually creating the personal e-portfolio space myself, okay? So it's very important that you come to this part. When you come to this part, they will ask you, do you want to create a new page? Because on each particular wiki, it's basically composed of a number of pages, and you must give the system an indications that, yes, I want to create a new page, and this is under my personal e-portfolio space. You have three choices. Allow me to tell you, you always check HTML, don't select the other two, because it's not well supported. Only this is well supported and well understood. So check HTML, make sure this particular button is checked. And you can see that when you use your own name to create your e-portfolio space, you always need to choose the name under your own name. Do not choose the name under your peer's name. Do not choose the name under your team's name. You each have three choices. The first one is your own name. The second one is your peer name. The third one is your team name. Remember, when you create your e-portfolio space, it's your personal e-portfolio space. You need to choose your own name. Okay? If I were Afonso, then I would use Afonso. Okay? I will not use the pair name. I will also not use the team name, because here we have the pair name. We also have the team name. Okay? So don't use those particular names. Only use the name under your own name. So then you say create the page. When you say create a page, the system will present you with this browser with an avatar. So this is the same avatar you're so much used to in writing a journal and writing a discussion forum, the same browser. But on top of the typical avatar that you have used in the journal and also you have used in the discussion forum, this is an avatar which has the wiki capability. The wiki capability means it gives you the ability to build onto each page links to other pages. Links to other pages. And how do you create links to the other pages? Let me try to do something for you. For example, this is Afonso's page. This is Afonso's front page, okay? So under Afonso's front page, he would like to give you some ideas of the score, okay? He would like to indicate the score breakdown from the coursework, so which include learning contract. Okay, this is number one. After that, learn to learn activities, the journals and the blog. And then you have the in-class sharing, all right? And then in our case, we also have a bonus work called personal e-portfolio. So you know that this is 30%. Okay, this is 15 semester one. And this is 20 semester one. and this is 20 extra semester one. Okay, so suppose this is the minimal page for Afonso to demonstrate the scoring from coursework. So if I save this at the end, I will got some information like this, okay? So this is very often the editor you use to indicate that you create a page. For example, in this case, Afonso created one page called a fun page, and on the fun page, he would like to show us the scoring from coursework according to the following schemes. Okay, so based on this, we have 65 points, which will map to 100 semester points. And then, if you do not have all the points here as expected, you can do the extra bonus work, which could earn you an extra 20 semester points. So this is the scheme, very attractive scheme. Now, I'm going to show you how different this particular wiki page we're going to use inside Moodle is from the normal web page, which you use under the journal too, or when you use under the forum too. So I need to go back to edit, because in the wiki system we have the edit button to edit everything. We have the save button to save whatever we edit. We have the view button to see what it is like after we have added something and saved something. So what I'm going to include here is I want to create under this fun page 1, 2, 3 subpages, 3 subpages. In the context of wiki, it's very simple. We just need to learn a simple trick called tagging. Okay, tag marking. We just have to include something very simple, include 2 square brackets in front of the name. We would like to turn this into a name of the page. Look at that. If I include learning contracts with 2 sets of square brackets like this, the first set, the second set, okay? I'm actually turning this name into the name of a page, which is going to be created, okay? You are actually sending a command to the machines behind this wiki engine that I'm going to create 2 pages. One is called the learning contracts, the other is called learn to learn activities. Actually, we need 3 pages, so let me just include this here. Okay? You need to learn this simple technique. Include the name of a particular page within 2 sets of square brackets. It's really that simple. Now, let's save it. Save the page. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to save this page. Now, so when you go to the view button, you can see that those names with which I have included under or within 2 sets of square brackets turn from black into red in color. The name turn from black into red in color. It becomes italics. It's an indication that the system is already processing your requests to get ready 3 pages to be created with these 3 names. But the pages are actually not created yet. Now, how are you going to create the page? Very simple. Now you can see that you're under view, okay? So 3 of the names here become red and italics because they are ready. When they receive your command to actually create a page under this name, after you click on this name, okay? So I'm going to click on this name now, learning contract. Now, the system asks, do you want to create a page under this name called learning contract because you just create this name? And then I say, let me check. Oh, I want HTML. Sure, I do not want any of this too. And then it's still under my name, okay? So I'm creating an extra page underneath the front page. So when I click create page, you see that this is the editor serving me to put information under this learning contract page. So you have, if you have a font, so since we have 3 learning contracts, we can say zero zero one, 002, 003. So we have 3 learning contracts. So underneath the learning contract page, I'm creating some information related to each of the 3 learning contracts. So I'm going to save this now. So you can see that under the learning contract page, Afonso is going to show you information about his 3 learning contract. Okay? So what are you going to show under each of the learning contracts here? Remember, this is a page 1 level below the front page. And if you want to use this free name to show something extra, you can create 3 other page under this page in 2nd level. This is the 1st level. The front page is 0 level. Okay? So how do you do that? Well, we just come back to the trait. We say edit, and we would like to create an extra page for learning contract 1, an extra page for learning contract 2, an extra page for learning contract 3. That way, you know that you have from 1 page on 0 level to 1 page in the 1st level to 3 pages in the 2nd level. So you can go from the front page to the learning contract page, which is this one, and from the learning contract page get into the next level page, learning contract 1 page. So let's go to create a page using this name of the link. They will again ask us, do you want to create a new page under this name? Yes, everything is checked. Still under your name, okay? So you say create a page. So now you have 3 levels of page, okay? So let's say so how do you return, let's say, now I'm creating the page learning contract 1 for Afonso, okay? Now you can see that I'm having 3 level pages. How do you see that? You go to the map. The map keeps track of your levels of pages. When you go to the map, you can see that you start from your personal e-portfolio space, that is the front page. And underneath the front page, you have an extra page called Learning Contracts. And under Learning Contract page, you have another level page called Learning Contract 001. Okay, in that case, if you want to go back to your front page, you copy this, right click, you copy, okay? After you copy this, you go back to view, all right? This is the learning contract 001. So you added this. So you want to return from this page to the front page. I paste the front page link here. Okay? So I save this first. So now, from this learning contract 1 page, if I want to go back to the front page, I just need to click on this link. And then you can see that I'm back to the front page. Do you see that? In other words, this is a very flexible and useful system for you to create different levels of pages to store different amount of information you want to express, okay, throughout the coursework. Okay, you have done a lot of coursework, so you use the system to indicate the artifacts you produce, the amount of efforts you spend there, and of course the scores you earn for each of this particular item. Do you see that point here? Oh yes, someone will ask me, how can I get back to, say, my learning contract 1 page here when I'm here? All right, so again, you go back to the map, okay? You copy the contract page here, okay? And you go to view. So you're now under learning contract 1, so you want to edit it. So the way to edit it is you want to go from here to the second level page. In other words, you have given yourself a back door to go back to the front door. Oh, it's very interesting. Now, this is the second level page. You can go to the first level page here. You can go to the front page here. All right? So it's very, very simple. Do you still remember the trick? If you want to create a page, think about the name of the page. Use this name in any of the page here. But if you want to make it as the name of the page, include it within 2 sets of square brackets and save it. Then the name will turn itself from dark in color to red in color, will turn itself from block character to italics character. Okay? So I think I've given you pretty good lessons on how to prepare what? Your in-class participation table here. Do you understand? You need to have a table which contains 5 records of your in-class participations here, so as to earn this 20 semester point. You also need a page here to indicate your journals, the 5 journals, and also another page there to indicate your 5 blocks created from the 5 journal, so as to get the 15 points. You should not forget to include these 2 important items in there, otherwise you'll lose 35 points, okay? So basically it's something like this, and you need to get this table minimum of the information's done, 1, 2, 3, before the end of the semester. In other words, before May the 2nd, okay? Although you may have already got the points here, but in order to get this 15 points and 20 points, you need to make sure your 5 journals will be indicated under this page, and your 5 blocks for the 5 journals will also be indicated under this page, and your 5 records of in-class sharings will be indicated under this page with all the necessary information, such as the day of the class, day of the year, the YouTube name, from which minute to which minute you appear the YouTube name in the PowerPoint of your in-class presentations. Okay? So if your score is not good enough to help you to get an A or B, make sure you complete the bonus work, the extra portions of the portfolio, include the artifacts there, full portfolios over there, and you have another 20 semester points, which will be very attractive. And also, if you have achieved 80% of the class attendance, you have 5 extra semester points as a reward for your attendance effort. Okay, so I think it's pretty much what I would like to say today, and I hope that all of you, and actually you should, next week, team by team, you come to here. I'll give you 10 minutes to present your collaborative team report with the collaborative team report PowerPoint. All right? And you can always check your team identity underneath the submission links for learning contract number 3. Okay, thank you very much for coming back today. Date number 23, week number 12. So that's it for today's CISG 113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. Until next week, week number 13.